Welcome to Straight Outta Jersey. Today's podcast is brought to you by Ace Sunglasses. Go to acesunglasses.com.au to purchase some of the best shades around. Use promo code MRG30 and receive 30% off selected brands. That's Ace Sunglasses, the shades of true champions. And don't forget to subscribe to Straight Outta Jersey, hosted by Jersey Jay-Z. Powered by the Zapata brand studio. Straight Outta Jersey with Jersey Jay-Z and the Freak of New York, Gregg Valentino.
What's up, guys? We are live. Me and Gregg Valentino Thursday night. I'm doing it from a hotel because I'm away. My boy Gregg Valentino. How you doing, Greg?
Good, Joe. How you doing? Are you
good,
in,
my
in a
brother?
Hotel, what are you doing? Are you getting prostitutes? You don't want your girl to know?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
No, but Morella, if you're watching, those cookies look fucking awesome. It looks like you bought them. Doesn't look like you made them. So great job, Morella.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We got some people in the chat. We got Anthony D. Guys, AJ is there with him.
John Mancini.
Girl Dave Smith.
Guru
Dave Selena. John Mancini, of course. That's our man, John.
Dan Winmore.
Yep, there you go. We got that. Natalia's there. How you doing, Natalia?
How you doing?
Morella's there. Hello, Morella.
Well,
Windward Attack. What's up? How you doing, Windward?
Winmore.
Yeah, we'll talk to everybody, get everything going. Let's see. We'll see if we can talk to everybody here and get some questions going. So, Greg, let's see what we got going on. Let's see. Greg says he told me he's really looking forward to the RX Muscle Cruise. Girl, Dave Smith.
That's my boy, Dave Smith. He can break balls with the best of them. Dave's a big Kamala Harris fan. Psych. Just joking.
Yeah, exactly. John Mancini said Aceto needs some time alone in the room to his hair with a pork chop.
He combed his hair. Aceto combs his hair with a pork chop because he got that greasy look, you know. It looks like his hair is always like greasy, like he just, I don't know, he just was fucking got out of like a sweat lodge or something, you know. I like Aceto. Yes. It's not that I don't like him. I do like him. Ruben Sanchez, how you doing?
Ruben, what's up, Ruben? How you doing? You know,
he's all right. You know, he drives me.
Greg, I want to talk to you about Vince McMahon.
What happened now?
Hold on one second. We got Joe Sion. Joe from Ohio. Ports are shut down. Go hurry and buy your watering toilet paper.
Joe, guess what?
Wow.
They just put a kibosh to their strike, so it shouldn't be long. So the toilet paper will come back fast. They just put the kibosh about an hour ago. Yeah.
A strike?
I saw it on the news. Yeah, they said they put a hold on a strike, you know. So I think they're going back to work tomorrow, those guys. So
my brother Dennis is on there too.
Dennis,
yo, what's up? Guys, bear with me with the internet. I'm in a hotel, so just be careful with me. Elvis, Windward texted, Elvis had greasy hair, looked like he worked for him.
Yes, he did.
John Mancini said he saw the documentary. And I wanted to talk to you about the Vince McMahon documentary. I'm going to have someone on who works for WFAN, who actually knows Vince McMahon, knows Dave Meltzer very well. And you actually met Vince McMahon, almost had a fight.
I was in the middle of that fight. What happened was Vince McMahon was having a fight with Jesus Christ there, Jim Mannion, and I was with Bob Bonham and Mike Quinn. All right, and what's his name was there too? Beth Francis's husband, Steve Weinberger. So we were all together. We were actually at a dinner, and McMahon and Mannion were going at it. McMahon's wife was with him too. So they were, and Mannion's girl, I'm not sure if he was married to her or not, but was with him. And all of a sudden, Mannion got up like this, and he started going after him. This is when the IFB, when the WBF or whatever it is, that bodybuilding, you know, when the wrestling, you know, when they pulled a lot of bodybuilders. So I think that's what it was over. It was back then. And I was at this special dinner, and we were right there. And I jumped in with Bob, and we were basically just standing there with McMahon and just saying, you know, like don't move. You know what I mean? Because Mannion was insane. They had Quinn Mike Quinn jumped on top of Jim Mannion, and so did Steve Weinberger. And it was let me tell you something. McMahon just stood there. He got up real slow and he stood there because Mannion was going crazy. And Mannion is no pussy. Jim Mannion's a tough fucking guy. He actually knocked out Ken Sprague, who used to own Gold's Gym, because Ken Sprague, Mannion wanted to buy Gold's Gym, and then Sprague bought it right under his nose, and then Mannion fucking KO'd him and shit in the gym, and then eventually Gronkowski and all the others bought it. But Mike Quinn was with me and Bob Bonham, and he fucking dove in midair and landed on top of on top of Jim Mannion, and he was like, trying to hold him back. It was hard. I mean, Weinberger's a big guy, Steve Weinberger's a big fucking guy, and him and Quinn had trouble holding back, Mannion. Let me tell you, if they would have let Mannion go, Mannion was on the attack, would have definitely taken down McMahon. Now I know McMahon's no pussy, but I don't know. No. I got to be honest with you. He didn't look like he stood there, but Mannion looked like he was ready to kill somebody. I mean, he was fucking had to totally be held back, but whatever. But anyway, that was my thing.
And there's a lot of stories that he told me about Vince that are really crazy. I can't get into them, but this has been going on since he was way before young days with Vince. When money and power, they buy everything, so there's a lot of stuff people don't know that's going to come out. He's been buying off a lot of people with a lot of different stories, just like almost like P. Diddy, I guess, But I do hear that baby oil story that you said with P. Diddy, with GHB and stuff in it.
It's really not. They say it's not really baby oil. It's GHB or has big GHB in it, and some guys are saying it's DMSO and GHB, so that the GHB, if you put that baby oil on, the GHB goes right into. I don't know if that's true. That's just a rumor. Nobody knows if that's true or not. That's just some of the rumor that's going on, but.
Yeah, there was the first female wrestling referee back in the 80s, 90s. And Vince McMahon said, hey, you want to stay in the business, you got to sleep with me. And it was really crazy. And she tried to sue the WWF, but he said no, but he paid her off. So there's a lot of stories that are going around with Vince that, a documentary didn't get into too much crazy stuff, but there's a lot of stuff going around, with Vince. Man. It's pretty crazy. I was shocked yesterday. John Mancini said, I was shocked yesterday when I saw that there was no water anywhere, only water bottles. I don't know what's going on.
Listen, keep voting these people in. They just went there yesterday. Trump went there the day it fucking happened. It was actually getting his hands dirty. He was handing out people cash. He was, bringing food and water. Listen, you don't have to. If you like the way things are, you like prices going up, and they'll go up again, Of course, gas prices dropped a little bit recently, but that's because they're trying to get you to fucking think like, oh, they're doing something. But as soon as that shit election goes, you can bet your ass all of a sudden Kamala Harris is going to be back to, oh, we are fracking, no good. This, all her fucking things, boom, gone. They keep saying they lie. They keep saying Trump is against, Melania Trump just came out with a book, and they're freaking out because Melania Trump actually said, she's for women's rights, abortion, and all that stuff. She, so. And, this is Trump's wife saying this shit, and Trump saying, look, bring it back to the States. They're trying to say he's against it. He's not against it. But who in their fucking right mind thinks that when a woman's fully fucking pregnant, got 9-month-old baby in her belly, and that's okay to abort that? You know what I mean? That's okay. It's different when it's a speck of goo, even though I'm against the whole thing, but regardless. I have the answer to all of that. I say take it in the ass, suck the dick or whatever it is, and you don't have to. You won't get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? There you go. But it's not all these people. Oh, it's what about incest or rape and that's a rare thing. It's mostly because there's pigs out there using that shit as contraception. You know what I mean? And but my thing is, you have the baby at 9 months. Why don't you just let somebody fucking adopt it? People are dying to adopt kids today. There's a list from here, a mile long for people who want to adopt children. So, but you want it dead, So,
John Mancini said, did you see the debate 2 days ago?
Yes, of course. Yeah, hell yeah.
What'd you think?
Walsh is a lunatic. I thought Walsh is lucky because if Vance really wanted to attack and really go crazy, he could have done even better. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, when Walsh said, when they said to, it wasn't even Walsh, it was the moderator said, JD Vance, why did you once say that Trump was no good and this and that, the other thing, and he was, a detriment to society, whatever the fuck he said, right? If I was JD Vance, I would say, what about her? She said that Joe Biden was a serial fucking molester and a racist. Remember I was one of those little girls that you segregated on the bus. Remember all that shit? What happened to that? What happened to that? So wait a minute. You teamed up with a racist and a sexist, somebody who you said, I believe the Me Too girls. You've been accused of molesting a lot of women, right? So
that's true.
That's okay, but just because JD Vance didn't believe in some of Trump's policies, but this is 2016 they're talking about.
Yeah.
So
our boy Dan said Walsh was terrible.
But he could have been way worse. He could have been way worse.
Guru Dave Smith said he became friends with some school shooters for sure.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, our boy John Livia is there. What's up, fellas? Hey, John, what's going on?
John,
what's going on, man?
Saw you.
Yeah, he just saw you, right? Yesterday. I'm in the hotel room right now, still getting bad reception, but John Mancini said, "Did you hear him say what?"
Did you hear him say something really fast? John, I forgot to ask him. We were on the phone last night. I forgot to ask you. What did that? You said the one guy, Bo, was arrested for murder or something like that. What was that true, or was that just a joke? How did that happen? But anyway, all right. So let me know on that.
Yeah, Winmore texted Joe. Watch old school 2002 UFC Ken Shamrock and Dan Fry fight. Yes, guys, watch that fight if you haven't. It's totally. Yes, I remember that fight. Wow, that was a great fight.
What did John Mancini say though? I didn't want to cut him off.
Let's see. John said, "What's up, brother? Glad you made it." John Livia said that's 100% true.
But how
about
how did he not get arrested? Like, how's he out of jail? Like, if you know what I'm saying, what did he do? Like, was it an accident? And who was it? Was it a girl, a guy, friend?
Justified homicide or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, guys, if you're out there, like and subscribe to Serious and Silliness Bodybuilding with John Livia. Great channel, good boy.
Yes,
he's one of us. He's another cool dude. So like and subscribe to his channel. Also, like and subscribe to Maria Torciello. She started her own channel about lifestyle food. She's gluten-free, dairy-free. So it's a great channel. Greg, you're on that. I know you subscribe.
I am. That's she's great. She learned from the best, her mother.
Dan said Kamala will do and say anything for votes.
100%. As soon as she gets in here, all of a sudden she's gonna. They want to do. Wait, dude. Let me tell you something. They want to have somebody check your speech, bro. Let me tell you. In other words, you see how we're talking right now? That could be considered treason. Go to some of these other countries, like Cuba or one of those. If you talked about Fidel Castro, if you said, "Hey, he's got bad breath" or something, they can arrest you for that. It's very, very, very bad. So, she'll say anything, even the whole gun thing. As soon as she gets in, she'll fucking yoke that. You know what I mean? It's okay for what they say. What they say and what they do are two different things.
Yep. Mr. G's there. He said, "Hi guys, how's it going?
George,
good God and family." Hey, Mr. G. I bring you on, but I'm in a hotel room and I don't have access, so it's not really good. John Livia said, over a girl. Guy went to the house when he was hanging out with his girl, an ex-boyfriend, and this guy called him out. Bo went out, and it was a wrap. He was 21 and did 19 years in prison.
Oh shit, he was in prison. Wow, I didn't know that. So I thought he was still young. He looked young to me.
Wow, so that's a long time in prison, man.
So he's 40 years old. I didn't know he was that. I thought he was young.
John Mancini said, "Did you see guys Kamala and Biden on vacation while South North Carolina got hit?"
Yeah, Biden was fucking at the beach, bro. He doesn't give two shit. He's done. What has he got to? He can sit there and go, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck South Carolina. Fuck them all. He can say that. What are you gonna do? Throw him out of office?
He's not running the country. He's just sitting there, just a puppet.
He doesn't give two shit. You know what's funny? They said today, they asked him, "Do you think it's okay if Israel bombs Iran's fucking nuclear shit over there?" And he's like, "Nah, I don't think we should do that." And Trump's like, "What? Of course. You don't want to. The minute they get nuclear power, get ready, bro. It's gonna, game's on. The Middle East is gonna be, forget about it. Plus, you never know what's gonna come this way. So, they're just no good.
No, Biden was sleeping on the beach. Guru Dave Smith said Kerry Clinton and Shifty Shift are crying about First Amendment. The pesky Constitution keeps them getting in their way.
Yeah, the minute that they get you where you can't speak, that whole what's do you know? By the way, last night I just got I actually got thrown off I got banned from X again, right?
Did you really?
Yes, but I got right back on today because I contested their bullshit. You know what happened? Some guy put up the post that Trump put up, right, on January 6th, where he said, like, listen, peacefully, patriotically, Mike, and he said Mike Pence is a traitor, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in there, and we all feel that way. Mike Pence couldn't even get his mother to vote for him now. But listen, so I wrote back. So he said, this is proof that Trump was trying to get Mike Pence hung. You know what I mean? Because they were saying it all, that people wanted to hang him and shit like that, right? They went there to hang him, which is all bullshit. And I wrote back, I said, you're a beta man. And I said, you liberals spewing bullshit. It's bullshit. Nowhere in that text did Trump say, go hang Mike Pence. Nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I push the button, all of a sudden this thing, bing, comes up, and I'm like, you just promoted violence. And I'm like, I promoted violence. I'm trying to, I'm like being anti-violent. I'm saying you people full of shit. They're the ones who saying. So because I guess they use, it's a key word, hang. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know what I went through to even get back on. It was unbelievable. And they want your free speech. They want you to shut your fucking mouth. And once they do away with the First Amendment, the Second Amendment goes, and the whole Constitution gets put in a grinder. They want to do away with the Supreme Court. They want to do away with all that shit. So once you give them that ultimate power, forget it. Forget it. Unless there's unless there's some kind of war or civil war or something, it's going to be like fucking Cuba, bro.
Yeah. John Livia said, isn't Trump already discussing things with Zelensky to end the war?
What's that?
Isn't Trump discussing things to end the war with Zelensky?
Zelensky doesn't want to end the war. He's getting rich. He's over here with his fucking countrymen. Listen, I feel bad for the people for Ukraine, okay? But let me explain something to you. I know people from Ukraine. You got to understand, if you're my age or even, Joe's like 10 years or so younger, if these people back in 1996, Ukraine was part of Russia. Do you understand that? So these people grew up Russian their whole life. You understand? Now all of a sudden they're no longer Russian and they're fighting. Some of those people still consider themselves in Ukraine. I'm Russian. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like in New York. If New York seceded from the United States and now it became its own country, the country of New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
You're in New York.
A New Yorker, but I'm a New Yorker. But
Yeah.
still,
an American.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Now America wants to fight the New Yorkers to get New York back. You understand? So you gotta understand that shit.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
It's. I believe that Trump can actually finish that shit off very easily.
Winward said, I always liked the old school Steven Seagal movies from back in the day. I think we all did and paid for those movie tickets.
Yeah, but you know what, though? You know what about Steven Seagal? You see one, you see them all. You know what I mean? The guys can come at him with fucking bats, guns, and everything, and he'll just stand there and, I'm not really big fan of Steven Seagal because, so many UFC guys have exposed his bullshit. It's not even funny.
Yeah. William Allen said, do you guys know if U.S. is buying oil from Russia and Iran? I don't think so.
I don't know. I
don't know.
They might be, though. They might be. I mean,
who knows?
We're not getting it. We used to have our own. I mean, remember, he cut out the Keystone Pipeline and,
I was talking to the gas station guy here who works at the gas station. You got to pump your own gas. He works there. So in the morning he got there, the gas was $2.71 a gallon. So he was going to fill up his tank. But he said by the time 12 o'clock hit, it went up to $3.17. So he was like, how does that happen? How does it just like that go up? Who controls that?
Well, they keep listen. This is like OPEC, bro. They said if Kamala Harris gets in, She's gonna go against everything she said, and we're gonna be back to doing the fucking gas lines where you have to go odd license plate, or like I did in the 70s. I had to go through that. You know, you had to. Sometimes you take the plate off your father's car, you put it on your car, you go get gas because the even number or odd number. You young people have no idea what I'm talking about.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that.
It was bad, bro. And people were siphoning tank. You'd have to. That's why old cars didn't have locks on there. You know, like you just unscrew the fucking gas cap and you fucking put the thing in. Now today, you know, your gas cap locks, or you know, you got the little flap that opens up and shit.
Yeah.
Because back then, it caused people were siphoning gas. You come out of you got brand new tank of gas in your car. You come out and the whole thing's empty.
Yeah.
Because dudes were coming up in the middle of the night, opening up your gas tank with the hose and then fucking siphoning your gas. And that can happen like that again. That was Jimmy Carter. That was Jimmy Carter. Okay.
I remember that.
Remember, I was already fucking 20 years old when that shit was going. This fucking shit here, they're worse than Jimmy Carter.
Yeah. Greg, I bet your gas tank doesn't lock.
Mine? Mine locks, but good luck trying to get gas out of that fucking thing. The whole car is apart. No, it's bad. You know, it's bad.
Yeah.
If you bought a car, I mean, my car's old, but you know, you'd have to get a car that's like from the 80s and shit like that.
Yeah.
For you not to have like it started in the 80s with the locking the gas tank, because it was 79, 80 and shit like that when they were doing that. You know, when that shit was going on.
Yeah. Mr. G said he swallowed a lot of gas.
I swallow only when I eat ass. I swallow my girlfriend's gas. Get it? It's a joke.
Yeah. Girl Dave Smith said, Joe, his doors probably don't stay closed. Never mind locks on the gas. He's got the crank windows.
Yeah, Joe's been in my house. He's seen my car.
I've been at Greg's house many times, and
I don't need gas. It's like Fred Flintstone. I stick my feet through the floor and I just push like this and we go down the street.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy, Greg, with all your shit.
I know, right? It is bad.
You know, when we're in Texas, Natalia, Van Dam is damn good. I guess
he's a Momo. Well, look, he ruined Gladys Portuguese. Holy shit.
Yeah, I think Chuck Zito beat him up, I think.
Yeah, he knocked him out.
Chuck Zito in New York, I think, in a club.
Yeah, I talked to Chuck. I think Chuck was sitting down when he did it, too. I think, you know, I'm not sure if he just stood up and it hit him or he was still sitting down. He punched him in the face. It was in sport.
Chuck Zito's one tough dude, man.
Oh, yeah.
He's one fucking tough dude, Chuck Zito. Yeah, I know you know Chuck.
Yeah, I know him for years. Me and Bob Bonham was sat there where some chick was sitting with a bikini on, giving him a back rub. We were talking to him, and he's like, yeah. You know, and she's like rubbing his back and shit.
Yeah.
But
I met him a few times. I met him at the Teddy Atlas dinner when me and my brother went. He was kind of a little bit, you know, standoffish, but Brian eBay says, is Greg having a show tomorrow night?
Brian, what show?
You
I don't
know. You doing a live?
I don't know. I'm getting.
No, you don't know?
Probably not.
All right. Mr. G said Greg only puts in $1 at a time, like he's doing.
Mr. G, it's not like when you and I were young. Gas was like, remember, like in the 70s and shit. Gas was like 75 cents. I think when I first started driving, it was like 65 over here. You know what I mean? Now today, $1 a tablespoon full of gas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What was the cheapest you remember gas at, Greg? That you remember? I remember $1.05 a gallon. That was how
no way. It was like 75 cents for a while. But the thing is, I remember my father and mother when I was young in the early, like in the 60s, the mid 60s. I think it was 35 cents. You know what I mean? It was really cheap. And back then, you didn't use credit cards. Remember the guy? George is a year or two older than me, but he would remember. The fucking gas station guy used to come with a stack
of money, yeah.
A stack. It was like this fat, and he, you know. I'm surprised it got but today you would get robbed with that shit.
Oh, you get robbed easily. Oh, yeah.
The car, they'd yoke you up and grab that fucking, even though it was multiple singles, you know?
Biggest Momo says, Greg, come on, Greg. We love your show.
Thank you, my brother.
Mr. G said 19 cents a gallon back in the day.
I'll do shows again. Yeah, was it, how much, George? 19 cents?
19 cents a gallon, Mr. G said.
Yeah,
I remember it at 105 was some, I think.
I remember my father going to a gas station. I was in a car and it was like 35 cents, you know?
Yeah. I remember $5 would fill up my little car.
Oh yeah, I used to get $5. I drove a 65 Mustang, mint condition. you know, back in the day. And I used to get $5. That thing almost filled up the whole tank.
John Mancini said, according to Dave, you don't go anywhere, Greg.
I don't listen to Dave. I don't. He means I don't go on like vacations. I leave my house. I'm all over the place. Actually, tomorrow I'm going to dinner with the producers from
Vice
the
TV.
producer from Vice TV, right?
Yeah.
The one that I did the other Vice TV. What? No, she's like, don't tell him too much. Shut up. Dad, quiet. So yeah, we're going to dinner. He's actually
got a couple big shows possibly coming on, Greg.
Yeah, I've done a bunch of TV shows with Vice.
You got some big stuff coming on. I hope it works out.
So we'll see what happens. But you know.
Yep. Anthony D says, I remember odd and even plate days. Yes, for gas.
Odd even, man. Anthony D, my brother, how you doing? Yes, 100%, man. That was crazy. The odd even shit. Guys would fucking swap the license plates if your father or mother or sister, or brother, girlfriend had a like even number and you had an odd number. You would, use their license plate, and you fucking come back just to get gas. It was insane.
What did we got here? Girl Dave said, George, did Greg tell you he's training for RX Muscle Shirtless Cruise?
Yeah, I ain't never going on that cruise, bro. It fucking Armand sunk the deal for me. When he was on the cruise and he's like, yeah, I haven't slept. The boat keeps fucking moving like this, and I haven't slept in days. Then he opens up the curtain and he shows you outside, and the water's all fucking choppy and it's dark out there. Not dark because it's night, because it's overcast.
I got to tell you a quick story too, Greg. I went to, while I was here, I'm here, in the hotel. I went to Planet Fitness. That's local. I just went there to work out real quick. I normally don't go to Planet Fitness. I went there, and there was a guy there that I had to take a picture of because, and if I put this picture up here, you guys would be shocked what he was wearing. Okay. This guy, I mean, he had glitter, everything. I mean, I had to stare at him for like 30 minutes because I wasn't sure what it was, but he was all in neon.
Oh God.
All different colors, rainbow, but really crazy. Like, I was a little bit confused. Like, if you're gay, you're gay, or whatever. Like, that's fine. But this guy was wearing just so many different things. I mean, it was very weird. Like
what state are you? Are you in Georgia?
Virginia.
Okay.
And that's fine. If whatever your preferences is fine. However, he was dressed like for the gym, really. Like, it was just too crazy. You know what I mean?
It's attention. They want attention.
Yes, and that's what I felt like.
Virginia, when you're the only gay dude in town, you feel like you got to shove that in everybody's face.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, okay. I said, I get it. Whatever you are, but don't shove that whole attention thing down my throat. Yeah. That's what it was. Back in 1997, gas hit 98 cents in my area in South Bend, Indiana, for a short time.
Oh yeah, it was. I got to be honest with you. When I first started dating my girlfriend, it was like 99 cents, 90 something cents in Jersey. Jersey's always been cheaper than New York. Now it's not though. It's the same. But at Jersey, they pump the gas for you. You don't pump the gas, right, Joe?
Yeah, in Jersey, we don't pump our gas, which is cool. You pump your gas in New York?
Yeah.
We don't. I think us and one other state.
I actually got it when I was in Jersey. Sometimes I don't think, and I get, I'm over there at Wawa. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm over there and fucking, I get out of car, start fucking doing it again, and the guy's like, oh yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Because I'm so used to doing it myself. I'm like, I got it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny because when I'll go to New York, I'll pull up to the gas station and I'll be waiting for somebody to come up to my window.
Like, where the fuck?
I'm like, oh, fill it up, and he's like, no, you do it yourself, buddy.
Yeah, it's true. In Jersey, their law is they have a gas station attendant does it. In New York, we don't do that. But Jersey was always cheaper in gas. It was always like 25 cents, sometimes even 50 cents cheaper than New York. But now, I don't know, over the last, so many years, it's changed. I don't know if it was like that with Trump. I don't remember, but it changed,
Yeah. How is it that we have someone who pumps our gas and our gas is cheaper? You guys have to pump your own gas and it's more expensive.
Because it's New York with thieves. You know what I mean? It's just fucking, we're bad. Listen, a lot of these guys don't live in Jersey or New York. First of all, Jersey and New York are interchangeable. Okay.
Yes.
They're the same thing. It's the same. It's a brother and sister and brother, two brothers. That's what New York and New Jersey are. So, like, for instance, the New York Giants and the New York Jets don't play in New York. They play in Jersey. They should be called the Jersey Giants in Jersey.
Yeah, it's true.
They play in the Meadowlands. That's New Jersey, you guys.
Yeah,
right
New Jersey.
Bob Bonham's gym. You could have probably walked from Strong and Shapely to the Meadowlands. It was right there. Rutherford, right? That's where Bob's. Okay, so you guys don't realize that. I I think for a while the Nets were also in Jersey. Now they're, I think, in Brooklyn.
Now they're in Brooklyn. But
Yeah.
they were in Jersey for a while,
Right,
yes.
they were in Jersey. So you guys from like Cornstalk, USA, like I live in like North Dakota or one of these states that, you know, we don't even, New York, New Jersey, and like Southern Connecticut. We're all the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're in that what they call the tri-state area,
Tri-state.
right, Joe?
Yep.
Tri-state area.
Yep.
You know,
Um,
South Jersey, those people relate to Philly. North,
it's New York.
Connecticut people fucking more like Boston. You know, they think they relate to the Boston teams, but the tri-state area here, we're all the same.
Yep. Anthony D said, Greg, when you were in the high part of your business, what car were you driving?
Oh, Yukon.
Yukon, right?
Yukon. Yeah.
I thought it was a Yukon.
Well, I could have drove up the side of a glacier. The cops
Yep.
came and took it away.
Diddy Clarity said, hey, Greg, how many black girls have you been with?
Oh, plenty. My ex-wife was mulatto. My children are part black.
Yes. Destiny says, besides Grace Jones. Okay.
You know what's funny? Everybody laughs. I shouldn't say this because Guru Dave Smith will get a hard on. But, you know, like my wife's maiden name was Sanford. Like, you know, because everybody always makes jokes about the junkyard here, Sanford and Son. You know, my ex-wife, my ex-wife.
Her last name is Sanford.
Huh?
Your last ex-wife's name is
Sanford.
Sanford.
Not my name. Hell no.
Oh.
Yeah, her last name was her maiden name was Sanford. But,
Sanford.
Like, her father was black and her mother's white. You know, so my children's are quarter black. You know.
Yeah. George is at The Price is Right, by the way. My brother George. I saw a picture. He's at The Price is Right.
The TV show?
Yes.
George, what the hell are you doing?
I'm like, how the hell are you on The Price is Right?
George, if I was on that show, it'd be The Price is Wrong. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Even if I got it right, it would be wrong.
CH says, what's up from Denmark? I finally catch it live once again because I'm staying up late. It's 2:36. What's up, C? How you doing, man? Good to see you.
How you doing, my brother? Yes.
Girl Dave says, I found a pic of Greg's ex-girlfriend. Ask him to show you.
Yeah.
Is that true?
No, he's kicking balls.
Don't know if you guys talked about it, but FEMA is out of money for hurricane victims.
Listen,
how the hell is that possible?
We just talked about. Listen, that's what this administration, bro. They don't give a shit. But you know what? Ukraine is the money's flowing over there. Zelensky's sitting back there. Thank you very much. I got the money. You know, it's bullshit. It's bullshit.
FEMA is out of money already for hurricane victims?
Oh, yeah. I knew that was going to. Dude, she just went there yesterday. And, she sits there and goes, she's like, you ever watch the movie? I always make jokes about this. But you ever watch the movie with Chevy Chase where he goes on vacation and he sees the Grand Canyon? You know, he goes to the kids. Okay, kids. He pulls up outside the Grand Canyon. The kids come out and he goes, look at that. The Grand Canyon. Wow, look at it. Okay, we saw it. Let's go. You know what I mean? So you get back in the car and they leave. They were there for like a minute. That's what she said. She went there and said, wow, devastation. People lost their lives and homes. Okay, I saw it. I was here. Let's go.
Let's get out of here.
She was there for like 20 minutes,
George said they only are covering necessity items. So like, I guess, water or whatever.
Food, water, air. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But they gave $200 billion to Ukraine.
Yes.
That is really sick. That's really sick.
Listen, if any of you people watching, there's probably a few who might be like, I hate Donald Trump. He's a terrible man. And I'm Harris, and I will vote for anybody but Donald Trump. Well, then you deserve all this shit that's happening. You know what I mean? You deserve to pay more for groceries, more for gas because of your hatred. Your hatred is stronger. It's just like, he's changed a little bit, but just like when, what's his name? Bill Maher said, I'd rather have a depression, go into a full recession, possibly depression, than ever have Donald Trump back. And he's not saying he's for Trump anymore, but now he's going to his own party. What the fuck are you guys doing? Are you fucking serious? You know what I mean? Like, when you get starch liberals like that, The View hasn't caught on yet because those people don't give two shits. They'd rather, again, they're exempt from all this. What was that movie with Russell Crowe, the boxer, when he played that
was Terry he played Braddock.
Right. Well, yeah.
James Braddock.
But what was the name I forgot the name of the movie. But I'm sure some of you guys remember.
Yeah,
but
I remember.
That movie, there was a scene where he's walking on the street. They're all broke and shit like that. Nobody has money because it was during the Depression. But the rich people, sitting there still pulling up in their Rolls Royce, getting in the fucking thing. They're eating fucking steak. It's because they're not affected by that. It's you and I. Don't believe she's for the middle class. When somebody's got to keep selling you on, I was raised in a middle class. First of all, she never worked at McDonald's. They can't. They found there's no McDonald's. If I was Donald Trump, the first thing I would have asked her, because she wasn't expecting that during the debate, I would say, hey, I just went in. What McDonald's did you work at? I love McDonald's. What McDonald's was it? She would have been like, well, it was a McDonald's, and I definitely worked there. And the thing is, when I worked there, well, no. What McDonald's was it?
What McDonald's, exactly.
Where? Which one? Can we verify that? Because McDonald's says we have no paperwork saying she ever worked there. Whatever.
Yeah. CH said, Greg, give us a rating on Chevy Chase's wife in those vacation movies.
She was cute, CH. She wasn't bad. But I like
that's Beverly D'Angelo, I believe her name was.
I like Christy Brinkley, whatever. Who was it? Christy? I forgot who it was. That was in the car. Remember, she's in the car. And
yes, I remember that. Yep.
Pool and shit. That's much better. But me, I'm more with dark eyes. I like filthy girls. I like a girl who's already been. You just like buying a baseball glove, right? And you get that baseball glove, CH, and the fucking thing, you get it, and you can't, it's a Mizuno, which is a great glove. You can't even it's got to be broken in. I like my woman already broken in. I don't want to have to break her in. I want her to be a pig from day one. You know what I mean? I don't have to go through that shit. I got to convince her, honey. Listen, a lot of girls take it in the ass. What do you mean sucking dick is dirty? Are you serious? No, come on. I washed it. I don't want to do all that shit. I want her to go, did you just come from the gym? Oh, is it your balls sweaty? Bring that shit over here. I like that. Then I'm sitting back going, I'm going to marry this girl. I don't want to have to break her in like a fucking new baseball glove and shit. You got to oil the thing, put a baseball in there, tie it up and shit, and leave it overnight and fucking try to keep it. I want that shit already broken in. So I like filthy pigs. Therefore, I love Latin women. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. CH said recently the Democrats here in Denmark tried to make it legal for 16-year-olds to vote. Doesn't surprise me one bit. They're only alive because of ignorance.
Wait. They can vote, right? But you can't bang them if they can vote like an adult. But if I wanted to bang a 16-year-old, I'm going to go to jail for that, right? That's not fair.
Cinderella Man was that movie.
Yes, Cinderella Man. Thank you, John Mancini.
Thank you, John Mancini. He knew, and so did actually Luciano. He knew too. Luciano was on there. He said it too.
You, my brother.
Yeah. Girl Dave Smith said hurricane victims can't get anything while the migrants get up here. Hotels, get debit cards, get free food.
Another one. That's what Guru Dave Smith's right. Dave, you saw that Trump was talking about that. He's like, the migrants are fucking living lovely. They're actually going, I don't want this meal. It's not Spanish. I want to get fuck this, throwing out steak and shit. They're ready. I want the tacos. I want the arroz con pollo. They want that shit. You know what I mean? Which is fine. But, come on, man. You're throwing food away. Did you ever see that shit in New York City? They had piles. They were giving free meals. They didn't want it. They wanted the Latin food, which is fine. My girlfriend's Latin. She loves that shit. Me, anything spicy, I ain't eating. Unless it's unless it's
John Mancini said Ariana Grande's for Kamala too. I saw.
What Ariana? John.
You might have to change her,
John,
Greg.
Why did you tell me that, John? Come on, man. That's my girl.
You can change her. You can change her.
I'd live in the bathroom a week just to smell one of her farts. There's no way Ariana Grande could go like this and it stinks. If she went like this, it'd smell like one of Morella's fresh baked cookies. You know what I mean? You'd be like, oh wow, wow, come here, smell Ariana's fart. Look, oh my God, you know what I mean? There's no way that last that pretty little face and shit with that little ponytail. There's no way anything bad could come out of that ass. Anyway,
Mr. G said CBP app is for illegals on how to get here.
Yes, and how to get to Shkadol too. That's a bit, and it's been there for a while, Mr. G. You're right.
Windward said Christy Brinkley is just as beautiful 40 later, if you can't believe it. Yeah, she's still good looking.
Windward, I love you, my brother. But Christy Brinkley's double that. She's probably, I think she's my age. She ain't 40 years later. Okay, I fucked that up.
40 years later, sorry.
I thought you said, see, I listened to you. You said she's just.
Yeah, I said 40. Okay, gotcha.
Baby Windward was trying to tell me that Christy Brinkley's 40. She's my age. But you're right, Windward. She's
yeah, and Cindy Crawford still looks good too. I like Cindy Crawford.
Dude, Cindy Crawford, a really quick story. My friend, who was Homeland Security, he was the head of Homeland Security. He was also a cop. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, He used to live with Christy Brinkley and Richard Gere. He was their caretaker. He lived in the house. They have like servant quarters, almost like. He lived there, and his wife was the caretaker of the house, and he would take care of security and so they had it great. A built-in fucking chief of police is there, right? So my friend hired my other friend, who's a bodybuilder, and my friend Ronnie would eat he would eat like sausage and pepper wedges, and he would constantly drink whole milk. Dude, you mix sausage and peppers, right, with whole milk. You ask Jimmy the Bull what happens. You get like fucking tsunami coming out the ass. So my friend goes to me, Greg, I'm over there, and there's like my other friend that didn't live there, but my friend Ronnie hired my friend to cut the grass and everything. So my friend's over there, and he sees like Cindy Crawford, right? Yeah, she's laying out there. She's fucking tanning, right? And this is a long time ago. This is in the 90s. She's laying out there. She's tanning and everything, and in a bikini. He was like, I'm over there, and my friend Ronnie's still, don't be staring at her, dude. She's gonna make you leave. If you stare at her, she's gonna make you leave. So my friend's like looking at anyway. So my friend gets the shit bubble. He goes in the house, right? There's a certain area right in the back where he goes into the bathroom, and he goes, Greg, I'm shitting so bad the fucking wallpaper's crawling. You know what I mean? And he goes, next thing I know, I open up the door, and Cindy Crawford's standing right there going, I have to use the bathroom. Are you done? And he's like, yeah. And he quickly turns and he walks away, and he's like this, because as soon as she goes in to the bathroom, she's like, oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. And she's spraying. We can't let these people use this bathroom. Oh, my God. I got to go to the other bathroom because there's another bathroom. She goes, I can't even use the goddamn bathroom. She's so upset, because he fucking dropped Scud missiles in there, And my friend was like, I'm mowing the lawn, and I'm looking like this. I can't even look at her because she's like looking over at me with hatred, Anyway.
Dan said, Greg, what kind of fart do you think Caitlyn Jenner can throw?
Oh, God. I wouldn't. Dude, I grew up like kind of idolizing Bruce Jenner. He was on the box of Wheaties. I remember watching him, rooting him on when he was winning the fucking, when he won the decathlon. Dude, he sparred with Muhammad Ali. He had a chance to be a pro football player. He was quarterback, He could have easily went pro football, played in the NFL as a quarterback, then go into the Olympics. But dude, he was like the fucking quintessential man until he hooked up with the Kardashians. Look what they did to him, right? Look what they did to Kanye West. I mean, they could fucking forget about it, bro. They scare me. I don't even want to. I'm afraid to fucking talk about them. Next thing you know, I'll be on here with a wig and heels on, going, "So Joe, let's talk about that." Nah.
CH said, "How soft and warm did Snooki feel when you hugged her, Greg?" He's jealous.
Let me tell you something. Snooki's a really good girl. Okay, she's not as fucked up as they portray her to be. That's why you never hear her shit like. Only when the show was going on, you hear, oh, Snooki fucking, falling down drunk and all this shit. But you never hear that because she's actually a really good girl. Dude, I'm not breaking no height requirements, as you know, Joe. I'm like 5'6", and I put my hands on my legs and went like this, and I kissed her, with my hands on my legs. So she's fucking like 4'10". I don't even think she's 4'11". She's so small. She has a little bit of an older woman's face up close if you see her. But she's a really nice girl. She was my friend's girlfriend for a long. My friend's the one that gave her the alligator that she still sleeps with, and he was still buff-ungooling her. He's the one who broke her heart, and he was still banging her up until like just before she married.
I don't find her too attractive. I don't know. That's me.
She's not real attractive, but she's a good kid, though. I know her very well. She's a very good kid. She's not as fucked up as people think. Just like I know Mike's situation. He's a nice guy, bro. He's a little, jangada in the brain. Yeah. But he's good. He's a good guy. I liked him. He's a nice guy, but he's not the sharpest bulb in the fucking.
It was a great show I saw, Greg, by the way, and I don't know if you remember this. I watched it on Netflix. Was the Menendez brothers? They have a documentary or whatever. I remember the Menendez brothers that killed their parents.
Of course.
Yeah, it was a great show. Yeah, they did it called Monsters.
Were they having sex with each other? Weren't they fucking around with each other too? Were they having like
the father apparently was fucking around with them? I don't know, and the brother of them too. Shit. It's crazy shit going around. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there was some kind of nutty fucking wacky shit.
The father was a producer. The father was a producer for like RCA, and he had Menudo. And one of the Menudo members claimed that he sexually assaulted them. So apparently he liked young boys and he did it with his kids because back in the Spartans, the Greek days, the Spartan soldiers used to have sex with each other to kind of toughen them up. Did you know that?
That's of course. That's what's weird about this whole fucking. The Romans used to have like little boy slaves that they would.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember, even in the movie Gladiator, what do you want? Boy, girl, but
Yep.
And it's true. Do you know even ISIS to this day they sit around? I forgot what they call those boys. There's a name for the boys, right? That they go and they abduct these boys and they make them little sex slaves and they dance for them and everything. And they sit back in a fucking circle and a boy will go around and blow each one of them. But if they catch an adult male fucking around with another adult male, they'll hang him and shit.
Yeah, of course.
The fucking 10-year-old, it's like they're all fucking,
Mm-hmm.
They're nuts, bro. They're nuts,
Yeah.
But that's common, bro. That shit's common. And he preferred boys over the girls. I don't know
Yeah.
what that shit is.
They said that it would toughen them up and get them closer as men. When they would fight each other, they would protect each other because they're brothers. But then after they left, they came back from the army, they would have to say, okay, stop, go back to your girl, whatever. But I don't know.
That's so stupid, dude. That's like,
yeah.
Toughen you up. Dude, my asshole's still killing me from Joe Matarazzo over there, Whatever.
CH said they do that in Kakistan too. I saw it in a Vice documentary. Yes. It's a backwards country.
CH, there's a name for those kids.
Well, Gregg is going to be on Vice probably, so maybe he'll show it on the documentary.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Listen, you got to stay away from kids. I do like
exactly.
Girls, I won't go any lower though than 18. But
yeah, no, Javier Bardem, he's an actor. He played the father, the Menendez father. He did a great job. He should get an Oscar for that role or whatever. Great job. I mean, he just shows you how he was, but who knows?
Yeah, we don't really know because that's them telling the story. For all you know, like that guy's up in heaven going, "That's bullshit. I didn't do any of that shit."
Yeah, yeah. Luciano said, "What's the deal with McMahon?" Well, we were talking about McMahon earlier. I know a couple people that know him and talking about his deal. Apparently, there's a lot more stuff around that's going to come out that's really crazy. Female referees.
But there's also male. I saw some male wrestlers were even saying that his hands were a little bit on the ass. Dude, did you see the fucking video with P. Diddy and Mike Tyson?
Yes, I've seen that many times.
P. Diddy kept having put his hand like under Mike Tyson's ass, so Mike Tyson's going, Jesus Christ, he's like, yo, I guess money. What do you say? Something like money. I guess
something like stop.
You can do whatever you want or something like that.
Yeah.
He kept going like this, and he'd look at him like, "What are you doing?" Because
exactly.
He'd be sitting there, and not for nothing. P. Diddy, if you're gonna fuck around with dudes, Mike Tyson's an ugly motherfucker. You couldn't.
Yeah. Plus, he'd knock you the fuck. Windward said he watched the whole Menendez trial back in the day. I know it was sad and pathetic. It was crazy.
I remember the Menendez trial too. I remember all that shit. But who knows when you're only hearing one side, their side, and they're going to make it look like that because they want, they feel like, they're the victims, but we don't really know. You know what I mean? Like, there's other people who are around that say that's not true.
Yeah. There's actually, if you go look online, you can see the autopsy pictures of the father because they took a shotgun and blew the father's head off. I mean, they blew a hole this big in his head. Huge. They went right behind him, went boom. And they shot the mother like 11 times with a shotgun.
Dude, no offense, but I've seen kids today that have done that because the parents won't let them play their video game anymore or fucking took their cell phone away and the kid goes and fucking wipes out the family. You know what I mean? Now you're going to be in jail, so good luck with the cell phone. Unless you're in Club Fed like all these other bodybuilders where they're online still and they got their phone calls and shit. I'm like, how are these guys doing that shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah. John Mancini, Ashton Kutcher, too, just got divorced from his wife after what happened with Diddy. I think he was dating Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know if I don't know. Were they divorced now? I don't know.
Why? Is he saying that Mila Kunis was involved?
I don't know.
I love Mila Kunis. She's a cute little thing.
Yeah. By the way, did you see that those Trend twins, the one of them just tore his entire pec.
Dude, I've never seen them. Like, I wouldn't know them if they stood in front of me, but I do remember seeing a picture thinking, wait, these fucking kids look like they're 40 years old. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they've already got health problems, but apparently today or yesterday, One of them tore their pec, the entire pec, trying to bench,
Dude, but
trying
what
to bench
about
like
that?
500 something pounds.
What about that big dude that just died? The fucking Goleth, the goalie, whatever the hell they called him. You know, the one
Yeah.
that was with fire. Dude, not for nothing. But I saw videos of him and he's standing around talking and he's like this. And you could
Yeah.
tell, bro, being 300 and something pounds is just not good.
Nope.
You know? But,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's Kovacs was like that. Greg
Mm-hmm.
Kovacs' wife used to sit there with a fucking, you know, with one of them little mini fans, and she'd be sitting there while he'd be talking here, and she'd be blowing it on him. You know what I mean? He couldn't even wipe his own ass. I mean, dude, that's when you got to shut it down. You know, but you guys, you know, everybody loves bodybuilding into freaks and all that shit, but it's at a cost. You know?
Yeah,
There's
it
a
is
lot
at a
of
cost.
guys. There's a few guys, I'm not going to name names, but that were recently big motherfuckers, and now what happened to them? You know what I mean? You
Yeah, yeah,
know,
exactly.
you know, and now all of a sudden, oh, I hurt his arm or something shit. Now he's fucking, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, they were
Yep.
like mass monsters. Yes, I'll rip out your neck and shit down the hole. You know.
Yep, yep. Hey, did you see John Amos died from Good Times? The father from Good Times
Oh,
died.
did he really? I
Yeah,
used to love Good Times. JJ.
JJ. Yes. Yeah, exactly. And you know he was married to a white woman.
Yeah, was he?
Yeah, he was. And
He
they said
was
he died, and apparently they didn't report it until this month, and he died last month.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Wait. I used to think it's. Wait, was it Thelma, the sister? Thelma, was that her name? Thelma?
His daughter in the Good Times, Thelma. Yes, she was hot.
Yeah. Wait, oh, I meant JJ's sister. Yeah.
JJ's sister. She was
she's
good
when I
looking.
yeah, I used to think she was kind of cute. You know what I mean?
Yeah, her name was Bernadette Stanis.
Well, you're good with that shit. See, I don't know.
Bernadette Stanis. Yeah, I would always. They're always around at some of the shows I go to. I see them.
Yeah, she was kind of cute back in the day. She wasn't bad looking. You know.
John Mancini said, "Hey, did you see Cali Muscle? What he did to his eyes?
No, I don't believe that. I do
Did you
not
see what he
believe
did?
that's an opera. Yeah, but I don't believe that shit. See, I actually liked Cali Muscle, but I think that you know, Dave Smith's texting me to send you something here. Well, I got to
Johnny Bravo did a video on it, and then so
Yeah,
did
but
Mark
listen.
Lobliner. They did a video on it
But-
about him getting his eyes permanently changed.
Dave, I'll text Joe later. I can't text him right now doing this. But I'll text him later. I'll show it. to
Yeah,
him
Dave,
when we're
he'll
done.
text me later.
Yeah, Dave's texting me right now. Guru Dave. But listen, I believe those are contacts. I do not believe that he actually went and spent all that money, gotten his eyes done. He's such an. Do you really think that he ate watermelon and nothing but watermelon for 21 days? No. I don't believe he's looking for attention. He's trying to be
Yeah, of course he
outrageous.
is. He's
trying
doing
to
anything for clicks. Luciano
Yeah,
said
I
the
know, I
great
saw
Pete
that.
Rose passed away at 83.
Yeah,
Yes.
I love Pete Rose, bro. You're talking to
Pete
baseball
Rose, he
right
was
there.
Charlie Hustle.
Yes, he
Charlie
was.
Hustle.
I love
know?
Pete Rose. That was my guy. I don't give a fuck what anybody says about that guy. That guy was.
He
fucking-
was a really rugged, tough player.
Dude, the shit that Ohtani has gotten away with because he's Ohtani. If Pete Rose so what? He bet on a game. These fucking guys, you got to be kidding me.
Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame,
Oh
regardless.
fuck yeah, fuck yeah!
Regardless.
You got to be kidding me. There's other guys, dude. When I was in Gold's Gym in 1981,
Mm-hmm.
I did shoulders once with Reggie Jackson. I told you that story. We were doing
Yep.
the Nautilus shoulder machine, right? And every time a girl would walk by, he'd be like, ooh, like that whistle and make like all these noises, right? And I was like, dude, you know, you're a baseball legend. I love you. I'm a big Yankee fan. You were my guy, but stop doing that because they're looking at me thinking it's me doing it, not him. You know what I mean?
Wow. Mhm.
And anyway, but he was hanging around with Kay Baxter. Now, Kay Baxter was a female bodybuilder who was jacked, but she was also a big juice dealer. And
Mhm.
I can't say for sure, but I think Reggie was doing a little babanya. Because if you remember correctly, when he was with the Oakland A's, he was skinny. When he was with the Yankees, he would run the base. He kept his top button open and shit.
Yep.
He'd run around. He looked like a football player running
Mhm.
around the bases, you know? Right?
Yep.
Now, I don't know for sure, but Juice has been in baseball a long time. So there's guys in the Hall of Fame that nobody knows took that shit, you know? It wasn't, you're not going to think that just in 2000 or when Mark McGwire started hitting his home runs in 1999, 98 and shit,
Yep.
no, it's been
Yep.
around way before that.
Steve Sharimpa, who played Bobby Bacala on The Sopranos, he had told me that Reggie Jackson was such an asshole in the New York restaurants. Like they would hate serving him because he was such an asshole. Like he would whatever. So one time he ordered shrimp, and he got it, and he said sent it back and did something and told him that when they went back to the kitchen, the people in the kitchen took it and wiped their ass with it and sent it back out to him, and he ate it.
He probably said, "Now this is delicious."
Yeah, exactly. And
You
that's
know?
how they got back to him, because they said he was the biggest asshole every time he went out to dinner. And horrible tipper. Horrible tipper.
I was in Gold's gym and he was there every day. He was just like another guy in the gym. Hey, Reggie, what's going on? You know what I mean? It's just like a guy in the gym. And you know, he was very nice to me, but I can see he was a dick. And the way he would be with the girls was just dude, you would think he never saw a fucking piece of ass before, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, he would like say shit. You know, Cameo Newer, who was Corey Everson's sister, beautiful, fucking way better looking than Corey, and she had this fucking ass that was made for eating. It was, you know, they back then they would wear the thong with the fucking with the stockings under it and shit, and he was always fucking hitting on her. She'd be looking at him like, you know. But he was a good guy.
Yeah. Dan from America. Dan said Frank from American Pickers also passed away. I did hear that.
I have no idea who that is.
A girl said, watch this. It will blow your mind. I guess John. Okay. Thoughts on Batista weight loss? I heard he had a couple of surgeries. He looks horrible.
Oh, I just fucking tweeted to him and shit, and I told him, bro, what's wrong with you? Because he videotaped himself voting for Kamala Harris.
Yes, I saw
about freedom and all. Are you fucking, you rich cocksucker? You think because you're going to lose weight that now you're going to get like classic roles? What are you going to play, Macbeth? Wherefore art thou? You know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here. Dude, you just took away, you're supposed to be an action hero, right? That's your thing. It's like Schwarzenegger and Stallone. They didn't say, you know what, I'm going to get like lose all my muscle and look like a fucking Momo. He's got the gray shit going on. Now he's wearing the fucking black rimmed glasses, which are probably just clear glass. They're not even fucking real glass, you know, to try to give this like Metro look, you know what I mean? Losing all this muscle. Dude, you're a fucking Momo. I told him, bro, you're beta man now. You are fucking beta man. Don't give me all that shit. You fucking, you know, dude, Kamala Harris, the way he did it though, he was like so proud. Just like, you know, like, I'm voting for freedom. Kamala Harris, let's go, Kamala, you know, and he's like this, and I'm like, look at you. What the fuck, bro? Take a shot at testosterone. Stop this shit.
Yeah. Girl Dave Smith said Kylie Muscle did gay porn back in the day.
Oh, dude.
Or Chuck, we know that. Google Chuck Basser. Miss Bell, what's going on, guys? How you doing, Miss Bell?
Miss Bell, how you doing?
We missed you.
Miss Bell, in the house.
Yep. Let's see. CH said with his pearl necklace and stuff. He got HIV.
Jesus Christ. I just looked at that whole shit. If you saw him doing a video, and he actually hired people to videotape him going in, voting for Harrison, and he's showing the fucking thing. I voted for freedom, Kamala, freedom, and he was like this and shit, and you know, I was waiting for him to. I actually said to him, "What's next?" I said, "Are you gonna transgender? Go look. It's on my. I
wouldn't be surprised if he did.
I said, what's next? You transgendering too? Are you and Bruce Jenner gonna sit there and be like, hey girl, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
Take that testosterone, stop the bullshit.
John Smith said, ain't chance with Batista it's a work and he's just messing around with everyone's heads. No, I think he's really
you're gonna lose all that way. You voted for Kamala Harris, you did all this shit. Now you have a right to vote for who you want, but the way he did it was so fucking soy boy beta man. You know what I mean? If you want to do it, you do it in private. But to actually shove it up everybody's ass and be like, I'm voting for freedom. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Freedom for what? For you rich people to do more what you want to do? You know what I mean? He's saying he's doing it to get more serious roles. Like, he's like some sort of like method actor. You know what I mean? He's not going to be no Al Pacino. I can't stand Robert De Niro anymore. He's a disgrace to us Italian Americans. But he's no Robert De Niro. He's not. You're not in their class, dude. Just because you lost fucking all your fucking muscle and you walk around with those fucking thick rimmed glasses and a gray shit, you know, that doesn't mean dick, bro.
No, it doesn't.
They hire you for a specific character, for a badass, for an action hero. Now you just took that right out. You know what I mean?
Yep, exactly. So Greg, we're actually close to an hour, so I'm going to wrap things up. So I just want to thank everyone in the chat: Windward Attack, Girl Smith, John Mancini, of course, Miss Bell, Anthony D, Dan, you know, everyone, Todd, Who else? Anyone else I missed? CH, Natalia, Anthony D. I just want to thank everyone for liking, subscribing, joining our channel. Greg, I guess I'll talk to you probably during the week because I'm here always finishing it up here with Maria getting married. Congrats to her.
Congratulations, Maria and Morella.
Morella, yes. So, Greg, I will talk to you probably later. Love you, brother.
All right,
like and subscribe. I'll talk to you later, brother.
Be
Thanks.
safe out there, Joe.
You got it, brother.
All right.